You know that feeling, don't you? That sudden, overwhelming surge of fear or anxiety. Maybe it's, I don't know, the thought of a needle or stepping onto a plane.
Sure, or just that background hum of stress.
Exactly. That general stress that just seems to stick around. It can feel really paralyzing sometimes, like your body's working against you.
It really can.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive, and this one is specifically for you. We're going to unpack a practical, step-by-step technique. The idea is to help you regain control, find some calm.
Yeah, think of this as a shortcut, really. A way to quickly grasp a powerful tool for managing that anxiety.
So what's our source material for this?
We're looking at the 360-degree technique. It comes from consultant prof. Dr. Ahmed Zaki Al-Issa. What's really compelling, I think, is how it blends modern psychological insights with very tangible physical relaxation exercises.
That blend, mind and body together.
Exactly. It's holistic. It's about confronting anxiety, but also de-escalating it physically.
Okay, that sounds powerful. But, the big question for anyone listening is probably, okay, how do I actually do this? What's our real goal here, our mission for this deep dive, beyond just listing the steps?
Good question. The mission is for you to walk away not just knowing how to apply it, but really understanding why it works.
Right.
We want you to reconnect with your body, your emotions, in a really practical way.
Empowering people to confront fear.
Yes, and move towards a real sense of peace, tranquility. It's about giving you a direct path back to calm.
Okay, let's dive in then. What's the sort of core philosophy behind this 360-degree technique? What makes it tick, differently from maybe just thinking positive or just doing stretches?
Well, at its heart, Professor Al-Issa's technique is about empowerment. It starts by acknowledging that fear, whether it's a specific phobia like needles or flying or, feeling trapped, often shows up physically, right?
Definitely. You feel it in your stomach, your chest.
Yeah, exactly. So this isn't just positive thinking. It really leverages that two-way street between your brain and your body. By consciously using your breath, using touch, you're sending direct signals back to your limbic system. That's your emotional control center.
Telling it to stand down.
Pretty much. Signaling that it's safe to switch off that fight or flight response.
Yeah.
It genuinely bridges that gap we sometimes feel between our mental state and our physical reactions. Allows for a deep somatic release. That's the key.
That makes a lot of sense. We talk about gut feelings all the time. Our bodies definitely react. So knowing that philosophy, how does the technique actually guide us? How do we go from feeling that fear to, releasing it? What's the journey look like?
It's very structured, very intentional. It's designed to guide you safely through acknowledging the fear and then gently letting it go. Ready to walk through it.
Absolutely. Let's start with step 1, finding your safe space. How do we set that foundation?
Okay, first step is simple but important. Find a quiet spot, somewhere you won't be disturbed.
Undisturbed, okay.
Sit comfortably. Just allow yourself to settle in. And if it feels right for you, gently close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This first bit is all about creating a sense of safety, of presence. Give yourself maybe 2 or 3 minutes just for that, just settling.
Okay, settled. Then what?
Then we move to step 2, the deep breathing foundation. This is really crucial for getting your body's response under control. You breathe in deeply through your nose, count of 5, and really feel your belly expand,
Right, not shallow chest breathing.
No, deep abdominal breath. Then hold that breath for a count of 6.
Hold for 6.
And then slowly exhale through your mouth for a count of 7.
7 on the exhale, longer exhale.
Exactly. That longer exhale is deliberate. It helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's rest and digest mode.
The calming system.
Precisely. It's a direct physiological trigger. Slows the heart rate, calms the thoughts. Way more effective than just, taking random deep breaths.
Makes sense. How long do we do this breathing?
Repeat that 5, 6, 7 pattern for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, so we're settled, we're breathing deeply. Now comes, maybe the tricky part for some people. Step 3, confronting your fear. If someone feels totally overwhelmed, won't focusing on the fear just make it worse? How do we do this safely?
That's a really vital point. And the key here is it's not about wallowing in the fear. It's more like a brief, controlled exposure.
Okay.
So you think about the specific thing, the trigger for your anxiety or fear. But instead of pushing the feeling away, you just observe it.
Like a scientist.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine the situation or the thing and just notice if you feel any maybe mild tightness, a subtle ache. Often people feel it in the stomach area.
A gut reaction again.
Exactly. And psychologically, just by observing it without judgment, you create a tiny bit of distance. You shift from being the fear to watching it.
Ah, that separation is important.
It's crucial. It's the first step to regaining control. Give yourself maybe 2 or 3 minutes for just that observation.
That reframe observation, not wallowing, is super helpful.
Okay.
So we've observed, maybe notice a physical feeling. Where next?
Right. From observation, we move into releasing those emotions through touch. Starting with step 4, the abdomen. You take your thumb, or maybe your index and middle fingers, and place them right on that spot in your stomach area where you felt the tightness or discomfort.
Okay, gentle pressure.
Gentle but firm pressure, yes.
Yeah.
And while you're holding that pressure, take another deep breath using that same 5, 6, 7 pattern we practiced.
Inhale 5, hold 6, exhale 7.
Exactly. That pressure on the abdomen where we feel those gut feelings, it helps bring your awareness back into your body. It signals safety to your nervous system.
Grounding, and then we move up.
Yes. Step 5, ascending energy. The rib cage. Move your fingers just below your rib cage. Apply slight pressure there and keep doing that 5, 6, 7 breathing.
Okay, below the ribs.
Then move up to the upper part of the rib cage. Same thing. Press gently. Breathe at that same pace. You're sort of consciously moving through your body, acknowledging the tension spots.
It feels like we're tracing the path of the tension. What about the face? People hold stress there too.
They really do. So step 6 focuses on the face, often seen as a center for emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Place your thumb and index finger on your cheekbones, press lightly, and again, breathe deeply, repeating that 5, 6, 7 pattern.
Cheekbones. Got it. Releasing jaw tension too, maybe?
Often, yes. A lot of subconscious kind of gets held there.
And the head. I know there are pressure points people talk about for calming.
Indeed. Step 7 is the forehead center. You just press your thumb gently on the middle of your forehead, right between your eyebrows.
The third eye spot.
That's the one. While you press, just breathe calmly. This point is often linked to activating the vagus nerve, influencing the prefrontal cortex. It can help quiet the busy mind.
Nice. An immediate calm signal.
Hopefully, yes. And finally, we reach the very top.
Okay.
Step 8 is the crown of the head. Place your thumb, index, and middle fingers together on the center of the very top of your head. And as you do this, really imagine you're holding all those fear emotions, all that tension, right there beneath your fingers.
Visualizing it there.
Yes. Then take one more deep breath. Hold it and release it slowly.
Phew. How long does that whole sequence usually take? Steps 4 through 8.
Typically, yeah, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes for that whole touch and breathe sequence. But remember, the real focus isn't the clock. It's the conscious engagement with each point.
Right, not rushing it.
Definitely not.
Okay, so you've journeyed through the body, through those sensations, faced the feeling. Now what? The big finale.
Exactly. This is the culmination, the moment of release. Step 9, the final release.
I'm ready.
So you're imagining holding that fear, all those emotions, right there between your fingers at the crown of your head.
Yes.
Okay. Now, with a quick, decisive movement, pull your hand away, like you're literally throwing that fear far, far away from you.
Throwing it away. I like that.
Yeah. And then shake your hands out.
Yeah.
Vigorously. Let go of any leftover energy. You should start to feel, hopefully, a lightness, a comfort spreading through your body. Just relax now. Breathe quietly for a moment. And maybe feel a little gratitude for finishing this journey. It's a small step, but it's significant. Towards freedom.
How long for this final phase?
Allow maybe another 2 or 3 minutes just for integration, letting that feeling of relief settle in.
That's a really powerful, vivid image, throwing the fear away. Okay, so someone's gone through this, maybe felt some relief. How do we optimize this? The source material really emphasizes focusing on one fear per session. Why is that so important, especially when you're starting out?
That's an excellent question, and it's really key to making this work well. When you focus on just one fear, your mind gets laser focused. It allows you to vividly recall the feeling associated with that specific fear. Makes it much easier to manage, to process, to release.
So trying to tackle like 5 fears at once just dilutes the effect.
Exactly. It leads to distraction, maybe even emotional exhaustion. It just waters down the effectiveness. You want depth, not breadth, in a single session. If you're familiar with mindfulness, it's like that principle of single-pointed focus. It works here too.
That makes total sense. But what if someone has, say, a relatively minor fear? Could they start with that just to get the hang of it, build some confidence before tackling a bigger one?
Absolutely. That's actually a very smart approach. Start with something manageable. Go through the steps, experience the relief. That success, that positive reinforcement, builds your confidence and your familiarity with the process. makes you feel more ready to approach something bigger next time.
Okay, good. What about when fears seem tangled up? Like fear of small spaces and fear of flying? They often seem connected.
Yeah, that's common. In those cases, the advice is to pick the feeling or situation that feels most distressing right now. Focus on that one first in your session.
The dominant one.
Right. And the interesting thing is sometimes when you effectively address one core fear, the others linked to it might naturally start to weaken or even dissolve over time.
Like untangling a knot, pulling one thread loosens others.
That's a great analogy, yes.
So when can you tackle another fear then? How do you know when to move on?
Good question. Once you've completed a session and you notice a definite improvement, a sense of relief around the fear you just worked on,
Okay.
then in a new session, maybe the next day or later, you can apply the technique to a different fear. The really important thing is to give yourself that time to rest and integrate between sessions. And just observe. Notice how your feelings about each fear are shifting.
Right. Letting it sink in, not just hammering away at it.
Precisely. This allows for genuine, lasting change.
Which brings us nicely to consistency, doesn't it?
Right.
You mentioned lasting change. It doesn't happen instantly.
No, it really doesn't. Deep change comes through those small, continuous steps. Think of each session you complete as a small victory. Each one builds on the last.
Building strength over time.
Exactly. Consistent repetition builds that inner strength, cultivates calmness. The technique itself starts to feel more natural, more potent, the more you practice it responsibly.
Okay, let's talk practicalities. Session duration, flexibility. How long should someone block out for this?
Typically, a single session might take anywhere from, say, 10 minutes up to maybe 20 minutes.
So not a huge time commitment.
No, not at all. And crucially, it doesn't need to take a long time. The most important thing is doing it calmly, without rushing. The slower and deeper your focus is on your sensations, your emotions, at each step, the better the results will likely be.
So if you feel you need more time on one step, like the breathing or focusing on the feeling.
Take it, absolutely. If you need more time for relaxation at the start, or more time observing the feeling in step 3, allow yourself that. It's much better to be honest and engaged with your own experience than to stick rigidly to some imaginary clock.
Good advice. Be guided by your own process.
Yes.
And now, a really crucial piece of advice, something we always want to emphasize. What if someone tries this and finds the emotions are just too strong, or they're having real difficulty?
Yes, very important. If you experience very intense emotions, or you find it significantly difficult to apply the technique, it is always beneficial to consult a mental health specialist.
Professional guidance.
Absolutely. They can offer personalized assistance, tailor support, and guide you through it safely. This technique is a tool, but sometimes you need an expert guide to help you use it effectively, especially with deeper issues.
Okay, wise words. So as we wrap up this deep dive, it feels like the main takeaway is the real power of this 360-degree technique. It offers a practical, pretty accessible path, doesn't it?
It really does. A path to manage fear, yes, but also to cultivate that deeper sense of inner peace.
And the keys seem to be consistent practice and being kind to yourself in the process.
Couldn't agree more. The self-kindness is vital for lasting change. So maybe a final thought for you to ponder. Beyond just managing specific fears, think about this. How might understanding and engaging with your body's physical responses to emotions like this technique teaches how might that empower you in other areas of your life?
Where else does stress or discomfort show up?
Exactly. What if this isn't just about fear? What if it's about building a more profound connection, a better dialogue with your own entire emotional landscape?
That's a great question to leave things on, something to really mull over. Well, thank you for guiding us through that. And for everyone listening, we wish you continued happiness and complete mental and physical well-being on your journey.